Section 8. Coding Problems Part 2. During this section, we'll go through more advanced examples. The first problem to solve: products, constructors. The description of this problem is to create a prototypal chain with constructor functions product, electronic product, and grocery product. Electronic product and grocery product should inherit from product. So both electronic product and grocery product, there are constructor functions, which in the prototype of they have the instance of the product constructor function. Product should take as arguments name and brand. Those variables should be public, so available as object properties. So passed arguments to the product constructor, those arguments should be then passed to scope of this. Next, the product constructor function should instance objects having access to methods. Print to log name and brand on the console. Second method, getCount, to log count of all products of the type that inherits from product. So when I call getCount from any instance of electronic product, I will get the number of every instance that was made by electronic product function. And the third method, print code, and that method should print on the console the code in format typecode hash brand hash name. So brand and name, those are the variables that has been passed as arguments to the constructor function. And typecode, so when I call print code from the instance of electronic product constructor function, I should get on a console electronic hash brand and name. So electronic is a string that will be the same for every single instance of electronic product, and brand and name, they will be specific for the instance. When I call print code from grocery product, I will get as a type code string grocery, and the brand and name, they should be taken from the instance. Also, there should be a mechanism to prevent calling product constructor directly. So if I have construction like this, const Galaxy Watch is a new electronic product, Galaxy Watch Samsung, const iPhone is a new electronic product, iPhone Apple. When I print Galaxy Watch, I will get on a console Galaxy Watch Samsung. When I call the method getCount on Galaxy Watch, I will get 2, as there are 2 instances of electronic product, Galaxy Watch and iPhone. So if I call the method getCount from Galaxy Watch or iPhone, I will get the output of 2. And next, when I call print code on Galaxy Watch, I will get electronic, Samsung, and Galaxy Watch. So this is the task to create such a structure. And there is also one question more, is to define what is the name of the technique of having in the prototypal chain methods of the same name but working differently. So let's check the solution now. So the solution of this problem was to create 3 different constructor functions and to make the connections between those constructor functions. So we have product, electronic product, and grocery product. So first of all, product has 2 fields, name and brand. Then it has also 3 different methods, and as it is the best option to add those methods to the prototype. Here in the solution, all of the methods are inside the prototype of product. So print method, it is just console logging this name and this brand. Get count, it is logging the count. And print code, it is logging type code, brand, and name. So now the implementation of get count and print code, they both rely on some data that is not provided inside the constructor function of product. So we need to provide this in electronic product and grocery product, and here is how we can do it. So first of all, in the electronic product, we do provide name and brand in order to pass those values as arguments to product constructor. And the product constructor is being called from within electronic product. So as the first argument, it is passed this, so the scope of electronic product, and then the arguments that have been passed to electronic product constructor function. And next, the count that lays within the prototype of electronic product constructor is being incremented. So now, thanks to this, every single time there will be an instance of electronic product made during the process of creation of the object, the count property of a prototype will be increased. And for every single instance of electronic product, the prototype will be the same. Therefore, they will have access to the same property count. So now we need to define what count is. So at the very beginning, count is 0. After the first creation of an object, it will be 1, then 2, 3, and so on. Then we are making a type code property and set it to electronic. And thanks to this, we can use this property inside of the print code function method. And last thing, what we need to do in order to make this work, we are attaching the proto of the prototype of electronic product, and it is a prototype of product constructor function. So now we are attaching to this all of the methods that lays within the prototype of product, and all of the fields that are within the product constructor functions, they are added here when we call the product from within electronic product. And now we are doing just the same for grocery product. So now when we make an instance of electronic product, another instance of electronic product, and we will print the first instance, we will get the count of all instances, and we will print the code. It should work as expected. So now if we open the console and run this code, we will see that we get printed Galaxy Watch Samsung, then count of 2, and code that is made with electronic, Samsung, and Galaxy Watch. The last thing that should have been done here is to make the mechanism that will prevent creating the instances of product directly. So in order to do this, we can just make it in two different ways. First of all, new target. If it does not exist, it can return nothing, so return undefined. Or we can also do it in another way. If the constructor of the object that is being created is product, it will return undefined as well.